Hello my lovelies and welcome back to your weekly guidance reading, and this will be from the 23rd to the 29th of March. So I just want to say a thank you to everyone that does watch these videos and has let me know how well they resonate. I love hearing from you guys, I really do appreciate it. So let's just dive in as always. So this week we have pile 1, which is clear quartz, we have pile 2, which is aventurine, and we have pile 3, which is rose quartz. So as we always do, take your time to settle yourself, take some deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then when you feel ready to, just allow yourself to be drawn to a pile or a crystal. Then, once you have picked your pile or crystal, you can find in the description below the timestamp for that pile. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to watch more than one pile. I'll leave you have some time now to either pause the video or just meditate on the pile that you're drawn to. Welcome, pile 1, to your weekly guidance reading. You have picked the clear quartz crystal. Now this crystal is a master healer. It is good for anything and everything, but I feel like at the moment it is good for helping relieve any stress, taking away any anxiety that we may be having, and also helping us connect spiritually as well. So let's have a look what we have for you. So this week I've actually picked 4 cards rather than 3 because I just felt really drawn to doing 4. So we have the Emergence card. We also have What Do You Need to Release? We have Be the Light. And we also have Who or What is Triggering You. So when I was saying right at the start about that sort of anxiety feeling, where this is why we've picked this clear quartz in helping release and draw any of that negative energy out, this can definitely be to do with what is going on in the world at the moment. But this to me is saying there's some things that need releasing, there's some anxieties. I'm really drawn to anxiety wise for you, pile 1, that may be holding us back, maybe stopping us from doing things, and we need to kind of calm ourselves. We need to figure out what's going on. What is it that's triggering us? Who is triggering us? How can we release what it is that is triggering us at the moment? How can we help ourselves? And one of the ways that you can do this is by being the light, by seeing the positive, by trying to think more positively, to make sure your mindset is in a good place. Meditation is brilliant. Also, just sitting in the garden is another way that you can just allow some fresh air, new energy to breathe into your energy. There's also wisdom here. So this is saying that we need to also learn some learn from some past mistakes as well. Make sure that we're not repeating things. Are the people that are around us the ones that are triggering us? What can we do to shift this? Why are they triggering us? Are they just is it just situations you find yourself in that are just constantly triggering your anxiety, your fear? And we need to stop feeding that fear. And then we have the Emergence card, and this is saying that we need to be taking some baby steps right now. I also feel again that sitting outside is a good way of clearing any energy. So there's baby steps that are needed for you. Don't take things on too fully. I feel like for you, pile 1s, you need to be taking a step back and breaking things down. Look at things from a different perspective. How can you break this sort of bigger issue or bigger situation down so that you can deal with it on a day-to-day basis or an hourly basis even? Like, how can you cope with this? How can you change things so that you feel more comfortable with it? And making sure that you are allowing yourself this time to breathe and to let out any emotions that you feel may be brewing. and just releasing anything that just doesn't feel like it's supposed to be there anymore. You grow as a person, you outgrow people. Sometimes we have to leave some people behind as well. And I feel this may be for some of you, pile one, where there is a need to come away from people, a need to come away from situations that just aren't serving you anymore. They're not lifting you in the way that they used to, because you've become a bigger person, you're growing into a new person, shall we say then. And they are still where they are in their journey. So sometimes we have to leave those people so that we as people can grow further and again follow our journey, our course, and where we're supposed to be. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and we don't always know the reason, but I just trust in the divine, and I trust that we're always on the right path. So really trust in yourself and let go of anything that isn't serving you, and be that light. Be that light for other people. Trust in your inner knowing, your inner knowledge, and really just take those sort of baby steps into where you are going. I also want to say stay vigilant for the next few days is on this card, and again this definitely relates to what is going on in the world at the moment. So that needing to take time away from people again can come up in relation to that as well, and spending more time with family and just not stressing it. For you, pile one, your biggest thing is this stress and anxiety that is coming up. So see what you can do, what you can put in place to help yourself. So that is all I have for you, my lovelies, and have a wonderful week. Welcome, pile 2, to your weekly reading. You have chosen the Adventuring Crystal. This one I just feel like is such a calming, soothing crystal. But I feel as well there is this creativity side that comes up for you guys this week in this. That's sort of energetic in a way, actually, in the way that it feels. So let's have a look what cards we've got. We've got the Ignite card. So yes, definitely relates to that feeling. We've also got Look at the Bigger Picture, with the full moon in Sagittarius. We have the High Priestess. And we also have the Yes card. Okay, my lovelies. Pile 2. For you, this week, it feels like there are new projects, new ideas, new adventures. It feels like we have lots of ideas going on. We feel like there's a lot brewing. And what we need to do is ground those ideas. So instead of having the ideas and then doing nothing with them, this week is about creating. It's about grounding the ideas, bringing them into a reality, and just you've got this fire, this passion that is really brewing within you, and I'm like getting it as I'm talking, and it feels exciting. But we need to also look at the bigger picture for you guys. This one feels like we need to look at the logistics of things is what comes up to me, the logistics of things, and also have this compassion, listening to our intuition, and really following our own inner guidance, inner knowledge, our inner compass, all those sort of things. It's about those your intuition. It's all that side of things that feels like it's where we need to be listening to the most to allow us to progress to the highest possible sort of tier that we can get to. It feels like this is exciting. I feel like some of you may be launching things. You may have, and again, this can be related due to the current circumstances that we find ourselves in at the moment. So this could be that we are creating things online or starting something online, getting things out online, projects, courses, helping people, educating people. It just feels like there's a connection in building something, creating something, and it's exciting, and I feel like it's for others. It feels like this is a help to others. And it's about to stop procrastinating and actually get on with it and do it, and it feels like the time would be so perfect right now to be putting yourself out there. I feel like we have had doubts, anxieties, we have told ourselves that it's not going to work or something's not going to be good enough, but this is the Yes card. So this says that what we are thinking is perfect. What we are trying to do, trying to create is perfect. We need to really move forwards with it and go with it and just allow it to kind of flow out of us, and just let it happen. I also have the harness mystic power, and again with the aventurine as some say, it's quite an angelic crystal, so there is that sort of spiritual side that comes up for you guys as well. And with this card of the harness mystic power, and this is about really tuning into your intuition, allowing yourself to be guided divinely, and to me that is just really any sort of thought or feeling that comes up that feels like, oh, actually I'd like to do that, go for it, do it, it feels good to you, go for it. And I feel like as we kind of trust in that intuition more, then things just kind of unravel more and things just fall into place more. The synchronicities just seem to be there, and you get almost like in awe of how well things are going or how easy something becomes, because you told yourself it wasn't going to be, but you need to switch that to, it is going to work, this is going to be great, I'm going to feel great doing this, and I feel like that will then come to you. So what else do I see here? I'm really drawn to this look at the bigger picture one, and I feel as well with this there is a need to speak. So there may be some, again, that teaching side, but it's finding the voice and letting yourself be heard by other people. I feel like sometimes we may need to stand our ground a little bit with some people, pile too, but be true to yourself is the biggest thing that I'm feeling here for you. I feel like with this Ignite, where I'm feeling like there is this sort of new project or adventure that comes up, it's about being true to yourself, because it's almost like you allowing your inner truth to come out, your inner you to express yourself, to be the person that you are deep down, that you may not have given out to the world before. And this definitely can connect to the spiritual side in letting yourself be known more, letting yourself, telling people that you are spiritual, that you do connect with loved ones, or that you do tarot cards, whatever it might be, to really embrace that part of yourself, because as you embrace that part of yourself, it feels like things become easier, better. I feel happier, like a weight is lifted. I just feel happy and content in who I am, and that love and compassion is for you this week, to have that for yourself and to say it's okay to be this person. I'm a brilliant person, I'm awesome, and people should know this person, and to really let that out. So that is all I have for you, my lovelies, this week, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Please, as always, let me know in the comments below if this reading resonates with you. I always love hearing from you guys. Welcome, pile 3. So you guys have chosen the rose quartz. Now this feels quite a calming, gentle feeling. I'm going straight to the heart with it. I do nearly always connect the rose quartz with the heart anyway, and it feels like this is somewhere we may be needing a little bit of attention this week. So let's have a look at your cards to see what that says. Yes, we have the release card. So that definitely relates with that crystal. Make plans and focus. We also have the new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So again, relating back to the crystal. And, oh, I love this. Warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Now then, my lovelies, this is a little bit of an interesting read, I feel, for you guys, pile 3. First of all, the first thing to do, guys, this week, first of all, we need to recognize where we are emotionally. I feel like the release card, we are being told that there may be some things that are coming up this week, especially with everything that is going on in the world at the moment. There is this sort of acknowledgement that is needed, and any emotions that you may be feeling, or even sometimes it may be this uncertainty and you don't realize it might not be connected with what's going on in the world. It could be connected with something else, but it's almost like you might not realize that's what it's connected to. It's almost like you just wake up feeling emotional, and this again can come to being connected with the world and just feeling other people's like anxieties and fears that are kind of brewing at the moment, but then it's also a lot of positivity out there at the same time. And for you guys, pile 3, it is about looking at your emotions first this week, because we also have the bring love into the situation in this card here, and again that's an emotional card. It is about letting ourselves feel the way that we feel, acknowledge how we feel, and then release anything that is lingering, and allow that healing to come through. And then when we do that, there's this sort of weight and ease that comes with it, and I feel like we're more free-flowing. At the moment, I feel blocked. I feel like there's a dam there, and like there's a build-up of all this emotion. So really connect with your heart chakra, really connect with your emotions, how you're feeling, and to not try and push them down. If you're feeling a certain way, that's okay. Allow yourself to feel that way. Then I want to say, with the Aquarius and the new, I've just heard one of my children shouting. So with the Aquarius in the new moon, I feel like there is this sort of breaking of a cycle, breaking of bad habits that may be coming up for you. And then again, this sort of freedom that comes from it. There is this freedom that is coming more for you guys, pile 3. And this freedom can be just this weight being lifted from emotions that we're releasing. It can be about, you may find that you're having these new inspired ideas, and I feel this can be to do with taking some time away from people, or you may not be in work for whatever reason, you've got more time on your hands. It's almost like having that time to feel how we feel, to acknowledge this stuff, but then there is this freedom that comes from that, this upliftment. There are these new ideas that just start brewing, and I feel like quite excited for these ideas. It feels very new, very sort of sparkly, because it's like these lots of little ideas, and then it's like, well, where do we go? Which one do we go with? So really listen to your intuition and let that guide you to where you need to be. Then we have, right, so these two to me are the warrior cards. You've got 2 warrior cards right here. And first of all, we need to be a little bit defensive in some situation, guys. And again, this can come to everything that is going on in the world, and making sure that we are taking precautions, that we are listening to what needs to be done. I also feel that pile 3, you guys are the warriors. You are warriors. You have been through things. You've been through a lot. Your past has been one that has created a very strong person within you. And right now, I feel like you guys, pile 3, are being called to something new. And again, with that sort of idea side that keeps coming up, there has been a block on you guys for a while. And this is why the release is coming up. This is why this is here. It's because there's been a block there. And now this week is perfect week to release this block, to let go of this. Reiki is also something that can really help with releasing any blocks within you. And then we are allowing these new ideas to come in, to wash over us, to flow easily, to just happen naturally. And you are being asked, what is your deepest calling? Have you answered your deepest calling? Are you there, or is there something else that you have been drawn to that has been calling you and you haven't gone with it because of life, because of other things? And right now, you need to tune in to what is your calling. Where are you being led to the most? Or what is your sort of passion? What is it that gets you excited? Where is your attention the most? Where do you feel your best self? Where are you your more authentic self? And then when you have that, then you need to make plans and focus, which is this one here. Then once you decide what it is that you want to be doing, the way that you want to be going, when you're like, yes, I know this is what I've been wanting. It's been there all this time, niggling at me, and now I'm about to let it out. I'm about to really express myself in this, and I'm going to make some plans. I'm going to focus on what it is that I'm wanting. I'm going to go forwards with it. I'm going to really go all the way and not hold back. When you make the decision to move forwards and go with it, go with it. Don't kind of let that fear drip in and hold you back anymore, because it feels like this has happened for a long time in the past, and it's always blocked you. Now we are releasing the block and we're really moving forwards with it and just expressing ourselves freely as we do it, because I feel like we're connecting more spiritually here. I feel like that inner intuition as well, you're connecting deeper with that. It just feels like everything is going deeper, more connected. I feel like there is new ideas, new plans, new actions that are needed, but it needs to be planned and then a focus on it to really push it forwards, to go forwards with it. So that is what I have for you, my lovelies, this week, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Let me know in the comments below if this resonates with you. I always love hearing from you guys.